Please state your name for the record.
Hello, I am Kyle Black, a first-year speaker for the Respect team.
I would like to ask you a couple questions. What is the best thing about mentoring kids in this specific way?
I would say the best thing is that there's a lot of things that we learn in school that may not apply to our lives once we leave school. And I feel like the students respond well to this message because it's something I make sure to emphasize that this is something that will affect the rest of their life. Unlike, say, calculus, for example. Not everybody does calculus for the rest of their life. So, especially with day 3 of the conversation being on the relationship side of things and helping them to learn how to build a strong foundation in their friendships, more importantly in their marriages, and dating relationships. And something I've been surprised to see is how open they are to the discussion about abstinence, especially sharing my personal story, having gone about things on both sides of the aisle and my experiences with being on both sides of the aisle and how it's helped my wife and I's relationship and going through childhood cancer and a motorcycle accident and how it's set up a strong foundation to survive those things in a culture where the majority of marriages fail. And so we see it as having been a great investment in our relationship with each other. And we're thankful for that. And the kids respond well to it, even though I had assumed that there would probably be a lot of eye rolls and laughter, or that day is actually when they're the most focused. And you can see that while they may not think it's a cool idea, that they're definitely open to the idea and know deep down that it's a good thing.
All right, Kyle. What is your most memorable student?
My most memorable student would be a boy from Snyder. He was the class clown type, which is, he was funny, but he was also interrupting constantly and making it challenging to talk to the rest of the class, although he was funny. So after about 10 minutes of the first day, I had to work on being able to talk over him or around him and communicate with the rest of the class. Obviously, by day 3, it was getting a little frustrating or annoying. But during day 3, when we got into the discussion on dating and relationships, rape, and how that's on the increase, he actually, in front of the entire class, admitted to being a product of a rape. And so I took the opportunity to say it's really admirable that his mom chose to keep him, and it shows that she has a lot of love for him, even though the circumstances weren't good. And I had asked the question about his mom, and then he admitted that his mother had died years before from a heroin overdose, and that his grandpa was actually raising him. So this kid quickly went from the funny but also annoying student in the classroom to the, oh my gosh, you've stolen my heart. How could a 15-year-old kid have gone through so much in his life already? And it was a great reminder of the students we're pouring into, that they're going through things that a lot of us have never had to go through in prior generations. The world was a different place, and it's been very heartwarming to know that we can plant seeds in these students and hopefully change the future of our culture one student at a time. We actually ended day 3 with him asking if he could give me a hug at the end of the day, and that he wished I was coming back for the 4th day. And a lot of these students respond that way, that, it feels like you guys actually care about us, and to hear about real world things, real world stories, helping them to be successful in the real world outside of textbooks. They're very appreciative of that, and it's much different than the things they see with traditional public school education. And they're very excited for those things because they know deep down what it's going to do for their life. and it's been very exciting for me as well.
Awesome. Thanks, KB.